Hi, hope you're good. If you are a man and you're intimidated by women, there's nothing, absolutely nothing we can do to help you. Yes, as a matter of fact, you need help. Yes, you need help, and this is not in any way insulting the men, folk, or insulting any man. But for you to be intimidated by women, if you're a man, it means you have a very low self esteem. It means you don't have a strong sense of identity. And that requires you to get work done on yourself. It requires you to consciously, intentionally build up your self-esteem, build up your self-confidence. And that requires you to start unlearning negative patterns or negative mindset, doing away with some of the things you probably heard growing up or some people told you at some point in your life, right? You need to read books, listen to some tapes, watch some videos that would help to enhance your self-esteem. I say this because, ladies, sometimes you meet some men who have very low self-confidence, and the danger in letting such man into your life is that man will get to a point he will begin to put you down. Yes, God created us to be light. Shine the light. Light is supposed to shine. Light is supposed to illuminate. And when you are not shining your light, it is a problem. So the person that is putting you down is like darkness in your life. And when you allow such person in your space, sisters, your light would not be shining at full capacity or not shining at all. Let's talk about the Proverbs 31 man. Every time we talk about the Proverbs 31 woman, the virtuous woman, but we don't know that there is something called the virtuous man. Take time to read that scripture. That's part of the Bible. That Proverbs 31 man is very confident. He has a very strong esteem. He has a strong sense of identity. For a man to allow his wife to manage such businesses, he's a confident person. Yes, he has a strong sense of identity. She was into a lot of businesses. She was a multi-billionaire, if I have to put it that way. She sold wool, she sold cotton, she did so many things. But go home and take time to read that scripture. Men and women complement each other. They don't complete each other. God saw that Adam needed help. That was how and why he brought Eve into the picture. And God said, I will make him a helpmeet comparable to him. So ladies, sisters, when a man says, I'm not doing again, you shouldn't be begging him. You should not beg to be loved, sisters. Yes, because this is someone we want to help. God sent you as a helper into his life. And he said he does not want to do, he does not need help. And you are begging him, crying, you want to drink sniper, you want to jump inside the lagoon. Kilode, what is your problem? What is the call of your problem, sister? Daughters of Zion do not beg to be loved. In our kingdom, we don't beg men to love us. We rather position ourselves to be found by worthy men who will genuinely love us as Christ loves the church and gave himself for her. That is what we do in our kingdom. In fact, sometimes I can imagine God like, this my daughter does not know, who she is, for her to be begging for love. Some years ago, when I was working in the radio station, I met this guy. He was a banker. He was, his kind of job, his position brought him in contact with captains of industry, dignitaries. But then, Uncle had issues. Guess what? His issues with me was I was speaking too much English. Uche, your fune is too much, your English is too much, your grammar is too much. Me. That while I was growing up, I struggled with spoken English. I could not make correct English sentence. Like my cousins then would come back from Lagos, Port Harcourt, wherever they were based during Christmas, and I couldn't communicate with them in English. They would ask me questions in English and I'll answer in Igbo. Uche, how are you? Odima. That is what I'll say. Odima is, I'm fine, thank you. And they made joke of me. They ridiculed me because I couldn't communicate in English. And I took it upon myself and I started working on myself. I started reading everything. I started reading voraciously. Everything that had English alphabet, everything that had a text, even to prescription. When you buy some drugs from the pharmacy or get it from the hospital, those leaflets inside it that may be direction on how to, take the medications, the dosage and everything. It got to that point. I started reading the dictionary. Alphabet B. I started learning words. I read novels to improve myself. And then eventually